Hello everyone, back again doing some Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels on Dual Transer on the Wii, and I'm playing a random deck of a bunch of Kaiba cards that are either in his anime deck or his starter deck, I do believe. Maybe even his starter deck evolution. I did a lot from just memory, so hopefully this will get me by. I believe my ban card in here is Pot of Greed. I had Chaos Emperor, and then I had to cut a lot of cards, obviously, just from memory, and that was pretty much my option at that point. So I've got the Blue Eyes Ultimates, I've got the Rabbit Horseman, the Twin Head, the XY, the XYZ, XZ, and YZ. So I reckon there's the Z Metal Tank. I don't have any dragons, so I don't necessarily have to worry about Burst Breath. I'm going to set this. Then when it goes to grave, they take 500, and then I get to summon out up to 2 more. So let's see how good his deck is. I'm going to throw on some audio and just enjoy the video. Thank you for watching, guys. Love you guys. Have a good day. Bye then.
But I think
Excuse
that,
me.
yeah, as I say, this is a good working relationship with WWE as it would stand, of having a Japanese promotion, which at the moment is still very much burgeoning, but it's taken some big names from Stardom like Julia and Utami Hayashishita and Mirai over from there. So there's some people that have like some name value from Stardom. They've only got, as far as I'm aware, about 7 main official roster members at the moment, and most of the other ones will be freelancers, which is kind of like how a lot of promotions in their infancy start out with. I know they shot some kind of angle where it included the Great Mutta's daughter, who's also a wrestler, now coming through. I think she sprayed mist in Rossi Gao's eyes and he didn't sell it. So that was funny.
He did not sell it. What did he do? Did he just like...
It was actually, they got it in the eyes and he just stood there and maybe just started wiping it off his eyes a little bit.
Yeah, he was just kind of wiping his face. As if he got like a little bit of water in his eyes in a shower or something.
But yeah, they'll probably work together. Obviously, WWE has a strong contingent of Japanese women's wrestlers that they can send over to there. They can send over some of their other like talent in NXT and even the WWE main roster to send over there to get some more reps and experience against some experienced names there. And obviously, Marigold would benefit from having the WWE exposure there as well, because they would highlight if, say, Kyrie or EO go over there and have a match, then they would promote it on their own TV shows as well. So that adds to... So it could be a mutually beneficial partnership. I have no kind of issue with that. It's a smart thing to do. My one kind of caveat to all of that is the WWE has in the past made some kind of, relationships with companies behind the scenes. I know we're in a different era, but when they do make those relationships, it's usually with the goal of subsuming that company at some point and just essentially owning it. Like things from where you're looking at stuff like from Progress to Evolve, essentially just took that over, starting off with like a feeder system working relationship, and then essentially just taking the company and doing nothing with it.
It starts off as feeder, then it becomes feed me more.
Yeah, exactly. But I think that let's say it's a different era, different mindset. Triple H and Nick Khan might have different ideas to what Vince McMahon once had. So, certainly in many respects. So yeah, maybe this will just be a typical like smaller Japanese women's promotion, tying up together in WWE, and both sides getting benefits from being aligned with each other. But yeah, we'll wait and see how it progresses. We're not going to know in the first few months, or maybe even the first year of this happening. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's kind of all benefit for the right people. I mean, WWE gets to work with.
It all starts with a Chevy truck, Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best.
Get their hands on a kind of a Japanese promotion to be a good system to build the experience of their own wrestlers, and also, be able to take some of their wrestlers over and find this kind of mutually beneficial partnership. And AEW now have Stardom kind of in their partnership as well under a different management group. So essentially both sides got what they wanted. So I don't think anyone can really complain.
What do you think about the name, Marigold?
Dang.
different from Shine and Shimmer and
Stardom and Glow and WoW, and it's like that's
I
the
like
first kind of switch up.
I like the name Marigold.
It's a weird name for. I think it's a weird name for Western audiences to consider.
Mm-hmm.
I think it works because you've got things like, if you look at some of the women's promotions over in, you've got some more ones which are more typical. I mean, Stardom you wouldn't immediately assume is a women's wrestling promotion. You've got the more traditional sounding one like Tokyo Joshi Pro. That's obviously a women's promotion with the Joshi name to it. But then you've got things like Ice Ribbon.
Ice Ribbon is fun, by the way. Nice third tier promotion.
Yeah. Or is it like there's one called like, is it Choco Pro or something like that?
Yeah, it's Choco Pro, like chocolate, like Choco Pro.
Yeah, so I think it fits into the aesthetic, which is that the women's wrestlers in Japan are very much akin to idols, which is obviously like Japanese pop stars and stuff like that. So I think it fits into that kind of scheme of things, and everything is like, it's all based on what I've seen, like some of the images of it. It's all the branding is very marigold and yellow and all that stuff. So yeah, I think it'll be one that just grows on people over time, or people just become familiar with, and they'll be known for their actual wrestling as opposed to the name itself.
I was a little bit surprised that it wasn't some kind of like Star Shine kind of thing, but yeah, it works well enough. Real quick mentions. I don't even think we need to do separate timestamps on these. Freddie Prinze Jr. says that he's like shopping around his stuff a little bit more. He still hasn't said the name of his company or any of the people that have been involved or anything, but maybe something for us to pay a little bit more attention to. Maybe some more news coming up in the future for that.
Yeah. It's funny as it is, because I'm burned out on certain types of wrestling. I'd be into a bit more of a Hollywood approach, a bit more of a Lucha Underground style promotion, if that's what this ends up being.
I mean, I've been saying for a while we need another big name promotion in like the North American scene to kind of, with both the WWE and the AEW rosters being overly bloated with talent, it means that you need to have another competitor in there in order to take some of those on board. I mean, fundamentally, we're not talking. I don't see anywhere on our breakdown for a list of topics today. We were going to talk about the Rebellion pay-per-view for TNA that's taking place
TNA
this
is
weekend.
having a Rebellion pay-per-view,
and we don't, and nobody cares. Like their renaissance lasted a good
3 weeks,
month or two, maybe.
Well, no, the minute that they lost Scott D'Amore, people knew something was wrong. And then they lost Shelley and Sabin recently. They just had their last match on TV last night, and they'll probably be in AEW by next week. So, unfortunately, TNA is already flipping back down the importance ladder. But I'd be down for this Freddie Prinze Jr. promotion. I'll be honest, I wish I knew more. I think it's a great idea to have another powerhouse.
Hobbs?
No.
Come on, you know you're going to set up that.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the idea that if he takes a different approach to things than if he just wants to have another exactly the same type of promotion as everything else. I'd be more willing to watch whatever Freddie Prinze Jr.'s thing is for at least 2-3 weeks or so to see what it is, than to, hey, why don't you tune into NWA? I already watched that for a month. Wasn't my thing. And whatever he